Hey folks, hope you're doing good today, having a good week and all that jazz, flying through the week as we always do. I'm still getting messed around by builders that were meant to turn up today, didn't turn up, there you go. Now we've got a really cool day on the channel today. We're having a cool week this week, as we normally do, I would have to say. But these guys, they're one of my probably my favourite house band, and that's because these guys have appeared on the channel more than anyone else, made more priority submissions than anyone else, and they're just a super dope band. We've been with them since the very start. They were one of the first bands to come through the door, and they're still sticking with us 3 years later and making priority submissions. Absolutely love it. These are a really cool band. We've evolved with these guys over the years. The show's got better, and these guys have got better with it as well, which is really cool. This is our great friends Katapult. Today they've got a track for us called Sweetheart Come. Now I listened to a few minutes of this one just to see what the vibe was, because it's normally heavy thrashy music that these guys bring out, but today it sounds like more of a kind of classic modern metal, if that makes any sense. You'll understand when I see it, but I didn't actually have too many other bands with this kind of style in my queue, so we've only managed to dig out one other band that's going to go nicely with these guys today, but it should be a good video. So let's check this one out. Sweetheart Come. Let's get it on the screen, give it a spin. Great drumming.
Hear and see. I need your help. I need you there. Where are you? Why aren't
you? Nice guitar tone. Cool. Dope. Man, love that one. Love the video to that one as well. Super great. Really got stuck in with the video. These guys, you know, we've been checking them out now for 3 or so years, and they were one of the first bands through the door when we didn't know what the hell we were doing over here either. But, you know, they were rough and ready when we first started checking them out. Same over here. But man, these guys are quality now with a superb video. That's as high quality music video as you could ever want from any band. Really cool. I thought it was all great. The lighting was great. You could see they'd really taken time and effort because it was all the writing on the wall and stuff. It wasn't just, you know, it was properly set up for the scene and all the rest of it. Really enjoyed it. I thought just, you know, it was a quality music video to go with a quality track. Very, very nice. These guys have come such a long way since we started checking them out. And it's one of the reasons I love checking out early bands and underground bands and getting on early with these kind of bands. Because when, you know, not all of them, and to be honest with you, most of them don't. But there's bands like this who you stick with, who you've seen, you know, from the rough and ready days. And a few years later, they're making really dope, high quality music, and they've come such a long way. And as a listener, as a fan, as someone on board with those bands, it's a really rewarding experience to know that you've been on board from the start and you could see the potential in them from the start. And while they wasn't necessarily reaching that potential from the get-go, they're getting there now, and you knew that they could get there, and they are doing it. It's super, super dope. And there's a decent number of bands that we're following along now with who've done this as well with us along with the channel. But these guys have done it the most out of anyone, I would say, and stuck with the channel from day one and kept sending over their videos. And just every time it's just got better and better. I really, really love to see it. So keep sending over your videos, guys. This might be, I think this is from their previous album, so we might not see them now for a short period of time. But hopefully they'll have some, you know, towards the end of this year or something like that. And again, you couldn't really get much more high quality than that video. You'd have to start paying for CGI and all, you know, really high quality effects at that point. But, you know, if they're nailing it with the videos like that and coming through with great kind of ballady type tracks like this, I'd say it was a modern metal. It wasn't a ballad, but, you know, it was kind of like an emotional, serious track, not just riffs and drum beats. It was, you know, it was a proper song, if you like. So, man, these guys are just killing it. Absolutely love it, and I just love that we've been there from the start to see them just keep getting better and better. Very, very nice band. If you're not checking out that band and you're on board with them as well, get on board now. Now, the other band I'm going to check out today, had in the queue, I thought, man, these guys would go nicely back to back with that one. We haven't checked them out before. This is Dawn of Dismality. The track is called Chasing Daylight. So let's give these guys a spin. Nice drum kick.
Starlight devotion, I know your name.
cool. Nice vocal layering. Some nice drum bits. Nice heavy chunk to the guitars. I don't know what's happened to the bassist again. Yeah, I like the vocal layering. Going over cool. I love a singer who looks really intense and scary when they're doing their growls, because it just adds to the kind of vibe that you want to get from a singer doing growls. Yeah, look cool in the video. These guys are a super nice band. I don't know what's happened to the bassist. That's too many bands come through in the last weeks or so who just haven't had a bassist, and there's still bass in the mix and all the rest of it. There must just not be enough bassists to go around. I mean, I'm interested now because that's 4 bands who could have a bassist and should have a bassist who haven't had a bassist in their band, and it's making me wonder what's going on here now, because they've put bass in the mix, so it's not like they don't want bass in their music. So someone's got to do the bass. So it's one of the guitarists, most likely. But yeah, what's going on with these bands? Is there not enough bassists to go around? Are these bands struggling to find basses? they just thought, well, we'll just use MIDI bass and forget about it, or what? I don't know. What's the situation here? So if you've got any kind of info on that as to, or this band can let us know as well. You know, why these bands not got bassists? What's the reason behind that? I'm interested to find out. Because if you are a bassist, man, there's a bunch of dope bands that you could actually get into at the moment. We've highlighted 4 of them on this channel who are all super sick, death bands and all the rest of it, who need a bassist. So if you are a bassist, you know, you can up your royalties and say, look, I want a 30% cut on this one. So man, don't know why that is, but it's been a number of bands come through recently with no bassist. I thought these guys went back to back super nice with Katapult, and if you saw them back to back in a gig, yeah, that would be very, very nice. These guys had a cool progressive edge. I like what the vocalist did with all the different layers and sounds. I think the clean vocal could have been more reverby, more atmospheric, and maybe buried back in the mix a little bit. But when it had all the backing vocal and the layers of vocal, it kind of did that because of that, because you had the extra layers there. Sounded really nice, had a warmth, had a kind of smoothness to it, which was nice, and just kind of weaved in and out of the track with the melodic stuff and the heavy stuff. Cool, I enjoyed it a lot. More great drumming in this band as well, a really sick drum kit to go with it. When you got a kit like that, you got to play nice drums, otherwise people know you got all the gear and no idea. But no, you did a very nice job. I love the late rolls, you know, just kind of straight in. Sounds super dope, just kind of extra flair in it. So there you go, there's 2 super nice bands to check out. If you're a regular on this channel, you'll have checked out Katapult by now, I would have thought. But man, you should be kind of, even if this music isn't, you know, really floating your boat, and you've checked it out today, you thought, yeah, it's cool, it's whatever, but you know, I'm not going to listen to it again or whatever. If you've been following this channel and you kind of been here with us for a while as well, as a regular watching the videos, you know, it should feel cool to you as well. I'm hoping that, you know, whether you like the music or not, it's cool to see the bands evolve and get better, and along with the show and all the rest of it as well, because we're all just doing our best and, you know, working out for ourselves. And I just love to see it. So I'm hoping you're enjoying that as a listener, because I know we have got regulars now, and I really appreciate that. And they watch all the videos, whether they like the music or not, and just check out the bands, what's all about. But yeah, bands like Katapult, you should be kind of, you know, proud of them as well, if you like, without being kind of, you know, too condescending with it in that way. That, you know, they're getting better and all the rest of it. So yeah, really cool. Really get a good vibe off it. I do. So I hope you do as well. That's it from me today. Hope you're having a good week and all that jazz. If you want to get your band on the channel, it'll have to be next week, but head over to the website and we'll do that. And if you've enjoyed the bands today and you like seeing them evolve and all the rest of it, give this video a like. That'll be dope. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Bye.